Hi, good everybody. My name is Telvarino Peter. We stopped at relation yesterday, sketch relation, and we will continue from there today. So let me go to relation now. For example, now, so I said that whenever you want to create a new sketch, you pick a convenient plane. So you can pick any of the plane here, front plane, top plane, right plane, depending on your design, depending on how you want to picture your design whenever you view it isometrically sometimes. So here now I will pick front plane just to explain some sketch tools. You can also you may like to pick top plane. It's your choice. Just to explain basic sketch tool and sketch relation. That's all we'll be doing today. So I'll be picking line now. So this is a line. I hope you're getting it. I draw a line. I draw another line also closer to it. You can see that this line, by looking at it, you can see that this line especially is not horizontal, is not vertical. Likewise this, but we can change this line to be vertical line now. To do so, click on that line, then add vertical relation to it. We can also change this one to horizontal. Click on this line and add horizontal relation to it. Here now we can see two lines now. One is vertical, one is horizontal. Control select those two lines. So that will be multiple selection. I hope you understand. So, and control select it without removing your control key. Then click on perpendicular. So after that, click on this point, control select it, and this line. We want to add a relation coincidence whereby this point will go and meet this. Or better still, better say it. This line and this point will coincide, they will meet at the point. So can we see it now? They meet at the point, and that point is this point. So do we all get that? So now we've seen horizontal relation, we've seen vertical relation, we've seen coincidence relation just by using two lines. So I press delete. That's what I did here to clear my space. You can also use Ctrl A, then press delete, depending on your choice. I also want to apply the tangent. How to use tangent relation. For example, now I draw a circle, a small circle, and a line closer to it. Are we all getting it? Draw a circle and a line closer to it now. You can see now that our circle and our line, they are not dimension. But let's give it a dimension. Let me give it 100 mm. Likewise this line. You can see, can you notice something? That when you dimension, when you want to dimension and you drag like that, you can see that this line is not parallel to this line. That shows that this dimension is only for vertical dimension. But if you see that, you can see that there's a slant line that is parallel to this also. You can see the difference. So let me give it, and that's what we want to achieve. So let's give this 1 to 50. So click on this line, change it to vertical, pick this line and this line, give it tangent. Can we see that? So very simple. So we've added tangent relation to it now. So look at it. I can also press Ctrl A to select every sketch entity, all our sketch entity, the sketch relation, everything, and by pressing the delete key to clear everything, Ctrl A to select everything. So there are two types of a line. We have a normal line, which is called line, and a center line. This center line is used for construction. This is what I mean. For example, now this is a line. Now I draw a line, and let me pick. Look at it. Whenever I want to pick the center line, I click on this drop down. You can see an arrow, a drop down icon. So I click on center line, click and shifting the mouse, left click and shifting the mouse. Some people call it click and drag, depends on how you call it. So you can see the difference. This one is a normal line, no dotted line, no dashes line. So this is a dash. It's like a center line. Yeah, it's a center line. You can see this type of dashes. So this is used for construction. It's just like when you are drawing on a paper now, and you're using a thin line. That's just the perfect example of center line. It is not really what we want, but we use it to achieve something in our design when we are sketching, and when we are doing some design in our sketch. Are we all getting it? I'll clear this now. So in circle, we have two types of circle: circle and perimeter circle. Circle and perimeter circle. So let me click on circle now. Circle has to do with a center point. Click on it and drag it. Okay, like clicking on it and expand the diameter of the circle. That's just it. If you want to dimension a circle, click on this circumference, click on it and drag it, then double tap it. That will you can give that 120. Very good. And also we also have perimeter circle too. How to go about this perimeter circle is, perimeter circle has to do with 3 points: first point, second point, and the third point. Can we see it? To form the perimeter circle. I can also dimension that also. So we are now on a rectangle now. There's various type of rectangle, but I'll just be going through corner rectangle, center rectangle, and 3-point corner rectangle. Those are the 3 type of rectangle we use daily, that I use very often when I'm designing. I use center rectangle especially because almost all design in Nigeria is symmetry. So center rectangle is what is the type of rectangle I use often when I'm designing. I hope you are getting it. So let me first explain the corner rectangle. How corner rectangle works is that from one corner to another corner diagonally. You get it? Let me draw it again. Pick the corner rectangle from one corner, drag it to another corner. That's just it. So simple. Can I give it a dimension? Any dimension you want. Click on this line, then drag it also, then double tap on it so that you can edit the dimension. And one thing you should know about dimension is that there are 2 inputs in when you are dimensioning. The one on top is the name you want to give your dimension. You don't really need to change that. And the one below is the value you want to give your dimension. Let me just give it 150. Escape key to clear everything so that you can pick another 2. Click on this line. I want to convert this rectangle to a square. Click on this line, control key, and this line, then press equal. So automatically this is a square now. And the other thing to tell you from this, you can see there is a change in color. Sometimes we could have blue, we could have black, the lines. What it means is that blue from this, blue means under divine. If you check your status bar, blue means what? Under divine. And let me just pin a corner here. Let me coincidence it with the origin. You'll see that it will be divine as I do that now. I use that it is already black, and from the look of things, my sketch status is now what? Fully divine. That's just it. Like for a sketch to be fully divine, it has to have a relationship with the origin. Like you have to make it have a relationship. Maybe you have to put a coincident relation to it. You have to give it at a particular distance away from the origin. So you just need to know how to make it fully divine. But most times it's better to leave your sketch fully divine before you exit the sketch. That's the proper way to design. So let me delete that. Now I'll go to center rectangle now by clicking on this drop down and go to center rectangle. This center rectangle now. Click and drag it also. Can we all see it? I click on it, a center. That's why the name is center. There will be a center point of the rectangle. Click and drag it. So I make my origin as the center, sorry, and I drag it. I hope you can understand now. So we can give it the dimension of, let's say, 150 again, and we also add a pick this point and this point perpendicular. No, I want to add a equal ratio to it, equal. So my sketch is fully divided. You can say everything is black all through. Let me continue. So the next sketch 2 is 3-point corner rectangle. As the name, you need a 3-point to create it. So Control A or use mouse to select whatever you want to select. But most times I use this often so that I'm not so that I don't know if I've been working on a sketch elsewhere in the workspace, but I'm not seeing it. By pressing Control, it means I've deleted everything. But if I already know that this is only area I'm working, I'll just highlight it like this, then press Control, then press Delete key, and it's that part will be clear off. So I'll pick 3 points corner rectangle as the name. That means 3 points and their corner of the rectangle. Pick this point, corner, and you can notice something if you pay attention to your cursor very well. You can notice something, a yellow. When I look at it, there's a yellow thing that looks like horizontal relation here. If you can see it very well, and in your Solidworks interface, just left click on that. Then automatically, or this line will be horizontal, because when you're about to drop it that time, you saw something like a yellow showing that whenever you drop it, your line, the line that will be created will be a horizontal line. So that's how to go about 3-point corner rectangle. So this is the first point, second point, and this is the third point. I'm gonna go to arc now. So in arc, we have 3 types of arc: center point arc, tangent arc, and 3-point arc. Arc, in a layman term, like in its simplest definition, means an arc is an incomplete circle. This is what I mean. Let me just pick center point arc. Pick this origin as your center point. Click on it again, and drag it. You can see that you notice there is an incomplete arc. The reason is that we are trying to make it join, but it won't. That's why it is called an arc. It cannot join. If you try to join the 2 point, it can never join. So just let us drop it here. So that's how to go about center point arc. Let me just add to a line here, just to explain how we can work with 3-point line, 3 arc. And so for example now, let me say this point this point, let me give it vertical. This point and this point, I select those 2 points, give it horizontal. So I pick a line using this point as my first point to draw a line, and this other point to draw a line. So click on this line and convert it to horizontal. You can see the way I'm manipulating it, just to show you how you can combine your relation together with your sketch tool, like line, arc, circle, how you can use to form a beautiful sketch. Click on this line and this arc, give it tangent. Click on this line and this arc too, give it tangent too. Can we see it? So neat. So that's how to go about arc, line. Then I will delete it. So, but you want to use tangent arc. Tangent arc needs a line to be drawn first before you can now draw an arc on the line, because if there is nothing drawn before you want to draw an arc, a target arc, it will bring an error. Let me try that, because here we didn't draw any, a line is not drawn. So let me try and draw his target arc on this page. What's it? It's saying that please select endpoint of the sketch segment. I hope you can see it on your side. So press what? Okay. So let me draw a line first. And pick a target arc. Pick this line and draw it here. Then press escape. Hope you can get it. So sweet. I really love target arc. This same thing that you did with line and a target arc, I can do it just using a line. This is how I go about it. Select a line, pick a line, draw a line. Are we all getting it? So try and draw and try and stretch a line, but don't left click so that you can create the line. Go back to that point automatically. It will change to an arc. But there is something you should notice. Whenever you want to draw the arc that will be coming out, just slightly move your hand in the direction of the way you want the line to be curved. For example, I can curve it like this. So I'll just move my hand like this. So that's how I go about it. Are you getting it? Left click. So it's the same thing. So that's for target arc, and 3-point arc, as the name implies 3-point, and that means it has to do with 3 points to create the arc. First point, second point, and third point. So that's how to do that. So here now, I'm going to finish a training on polygon, on how to use polygon. If you want to create a triangle, you know that a polygon is three or more three or more side shape. This is what I mean. Click on polygon, left click and drag it. So as soon as you drag it, you can change the size by using this arrow up and down. I can change it to 3. Have you seen that when I try to change it to 2, it's showing me that 2 is not a polygon, but 3, a triangle, is a polygon. That shows that this triangle is what? An equilateral triangle, meaning that all sides have equal length. So let me change it to polygon. So you can, from here you can see that you can change this polygon, which has an inscribed circle, meaning that a constructed circle is at the inside, and you can also change it to circumcised circle, that a circle will be on the outside. You can even change your polygons to be a construction, but most times don't just change it to construction. Just leave it. But if you want to change, you can do that. So just click on, let's go back to inscribed circle and click on OK. You can now give your one of the side of your polygon let's just give it maybe let's give it 120. That's good. Yeah. So you can even see that this line you want to make, you can add a horizontal relation to it. So you can see that here now our polygon is fully divided, as if a polygon is standing on a plane. So that's what we'll be doing for today. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I'd like to tell you what we'll be doing next class. Let me go back to this slide so that I can know what to be preparing for next week. Next class, sorry. Okay, we do majorly on this mirror, fillet, chamfer, offset, trim, extend. That's what we'll be doing next class. So it's still part of sketch 2, but it's an additional thing. And whenever you see anything additional, meaning that it requires, you need to know, you need to have a knowledge of something before. That's why it is additional, so that it can put sweetness, to the previous knowledge you have earlier on. So mirror will actually save you from duplicating things sometimes. Fillets will also save you from using lines and arc and line all the time. Those are the additional things that will help you. I hope to see you next class. Bye.